Oh my, I'm very impressed.
Lydia's scaring me with her big eyes. Okay.
I'm going to look at you all the way to the camera. I'm going to make you so uncomfortable.
Looking at each other all the time.
Like you've doodled on a card. It's like if you had a sentiment and you drew it on. It just feels so childlike when you know that you did that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Altenew Craft Your Life podcast. We're so excited to have you here, and we're super excited. We have two amazing guests with us today from the Altenew Leadership Team. We have the fabulous Lydia Evans and the amazing May Park. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Bridget.
Hi, Brizzy.
And you guys may notice it's a little different setup this time than we normally have. So we are ladies, where are we this weekend?
Where are we?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, actually, I think I do.
Oh,
so
good.
we are in New York, Syracuse for the Altenew retreat this weekend.
Which is very exciting. So we have a lot to talk about during this podcast.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes. Otherwise, it'll be very short. And listeners and watchers will be like, yeah, that was 2 minutes.
Yeah, what happened today?
All right. Well, we'll get started with questions if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
So how does it feel? I know getting here, Lydia has a little bit of a longer way getting here.
Yeah, it was longer, but nothing of note happened this time. So I'm going to take that as a win.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you hadn't had any hiccups this time.
No, and I got sweets.
And you had a travel buddy on your second flight.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Yes.
So I was in the airport and I'm sure I seen Sabrina walk past. I was like, did you just walk past? And it was. So I had Sabrina.
And then you met somebody else at the airport as well. Who was at the airport around your time?
Did I miss someone at the
No.
I think I had an extra JC at the airport.
Oh, JC.
Yeah, it's not.
I thought JC came in with you.
No.
I wish I met someone, you know.
Yeah. No, May was on her own. She just had like a limo to herself when she got there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Red carpet rolled out.
Actually, I had to work, at the airport, and actually, in our team, we take a turn to send the leadership newsletter every week, and it was my turn, but it was due last month or something like that. So I had to finish it, and then I wrote the letter on the plane. I'm glad, I actually sent the newsletter before I landed in Syracuse. Yeah, that was a win.
It always feels good to get stuff done too, even on the plane.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of empty time on a plane.
Yeah, actually, it was my first time actually I did work, instead of, watching movies or listening to podcasts. It was good.
Yeah.
And it's great. So this week, what happens kind of this week? It's a little bit different for you guys being part of the leadership. You guys have a few extra things you stay on for. So how does it feel to be here for this week? And like, what do you like best about being here for this week?
Do you want to go first, Lydia?
Thanks, May. So at the minute, I still feel like this is a dream. Maybe because I haven't had enough sleep, but so this weekend we have a lot going on. So it's Friday today. We have prep for the classes that we're doing tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a big day. We have the classes. We also have some fabulous filming, which hopefully people that watch YouTube are excited about as well. Then we have a day off. We say day off. I say we're going to have a lie-in, and no one knew what that meant this morning. And because Bridget thought we were going to go to the zoo. No, we're not excited. Yeah, she was like, we're going to go and see some lions. No, we're going to have a lie-in. And she was like, yeah, no, I don't know what that is. So a lie-in is a sleep-in, apparently. So we're going to do that. And then we have the next day, which is Monday, because that's what comes after Sunday. Then we're going to have our all-team day. So we're going to be able to get with our teams and kind of communicate and talk and do things and have some things going on. And then on Tuesday, we have Leadership Day. So that's when the leadership comes together and hopefully comes up with some new ideas.
Did you already share the prompts for the
Yeah, I did mine.
I did too, hopefully.
Did you add it onto the sheet though, May?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I was the first one who actually added, prompts on the sheet.
Are you sure? Because when I put mine on there, yours went there.
No, I'm at the bottom, you really have to scroll down to see my
Oh, okay.
So hopefully we can get some out of that discussion. Yeah.
And that's great because there's a lot of innovation that goes on, and especially having everybody in one place, it must be easier to kind of like discuss ideas. There's a vibe, right? When you're in person.
I think, usually, when we put intentional efforts to certain, projects and ideas, we kind of tend to get more out of that, because we joined in and we kind of, try to get the results out of that, time spent, right? So hopefully we get some exciting, projects, ideas coming out of that discussion for the upcoming year.
Mm-hmm. And also it's very different because normally we obviously meet every week.
Yeah.
But it's behind a screen. So it's a very different atmosphere when we all can sit round one table and discuss something. It doesn't seem like you need to wait so much to actually get the feedback because obviously there's a little bit of a delay with Zoom recordings or whatever kind of streaming software you choose to use. But yeah, we do normally have that kind of lag when we are communicating with each other, which we're not going to get when next.
Yeah. I think, having people around in person makes you guys, make us more feel comfortable sharing ideas and that sparked, new ideas better, I guess.
Now, what's your favorite part of the week?
That's a good question. Let me think about it. Because actually, I came to the, Tessinim's place last month, for visit with my husband. So I feel like I'm coming to, Syracuse very often, I feel like, and I'm meeting them very often, right? So, and actually, before we did the podcast, we briefly talked about me moving to the Syracuse, warehouse or, Syracuse with my husband, and actually we've been thinking about that, but, I don't think it's going to be possible anytime soon, but at least it's on our radar. And because I think, having work on site and meeting Nabil and Tasnim and other, team members on site as well, extra fun, right? So, and of course, I don't think I'm going to come to the office every day, but still, it's going to be fun to have them around in person. So, but anyway, but that's aside from that part, having them around. But most exciting thing I'm looking forward to this week is, of course, meeting our customers tomorrow at the street shop in-person retreat. Just because I think, meeting people in person and hearing their stories one-on-one is very important to me because it always kind of, brings me some inspiration and motivations. Also remind me of how important this job is or this community is. So I get so excited, not just because of the job, but personal level as a crafter myself. I love seeing people enjoying and crafting and hanging out together, and then seeing people with the like-minded people in the same room. That energy is a big thing. That energy very overwhelming, in a good way. So I cannot wait to see them and hanging around with them.
And we have so much fun at our virtual retreats. So much goes into those, so much planning that, maybe participants don't know like every step and all the things that go into it. It's really a labor of love putting it into that.
True.
And those are so much fun, but you don't get that personal connection. You don't get to watch somebody craft. You don't get to walk around and watch them craft. And maybe they tell you why they chose a color because, it was their brother's favorite color or something.
Yeah.
And so it's fun. You get to hear those personal stories and you get to really put a face with a name that you see a lot in marketing or in sales or something like that. So,
and one thing I like more about is that from, of course, in the virtual retreats has been an excellent experience as well for crafters and even for us as well. But the thing I like about in-person retreats that actually you can spare time to talk to each one by one, right? And then we can ask questions and, share ideas But in the virtual setup, it's a very limited, time and environment. So there's not much wiggle room to go around and, exchange, ideas and stories. So, and also that personal connection you are sharing with the customers and crafters by even just hugging itself is a thing. I'm a hugger, so I love, sharing that kind of, physical kind of connection as well. So that's very sweet.
It is. And a lot of folks come to get pictures with Lydia or to get pictures with May or Tazim. I mean, people come and they're so excited to have that connection with somebody that's on the leadership team at Altenew. And I think that's something unique that we do.
And it's also very different to have this kind of retreat, because I don't have any crafty friends that live by me, right? I know, poor me. But I don't get to sit down with someone apart from my daughter and craft. People don't think paper is a fun thing. I know. There's people that don't think paper's cool. But my best friend doesn't get it. But no, she was like, she doesn't even know how to stamp. I don't know. But coming to these places, you're able to craft with people that have the same hobby as you, which you might not actually have at home. So this is a completely different kind of game changer, I think. So it's nice to have this where you can just spend time with someone and just craft. Yeah. You don't even need to say anything, right?
Even, we get easily excited over certain small things just because we are having in common. That, feeling is so amazing, and we don't need to talk too much to understand each other. Right?
No.
Yeah.
So
crafting is our love language.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. Just get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's being around like-minded individuals that love paper. They get it.
Yeah.
And, they just, you don't have to say words. Like it just, and I think too, seeing them, their projects are so inspiring. Although we have 3 fabulous teachers, Lydia is one of them. Fabulous JC Gaspar is going to be a teacher, and Tasneem, the amazing Tasneem Ahmed, is going to be a teacher as well. But when we see what the students do, like sometimes it blows your mind. You never envisioned the project going that way.
True.
And you're so inspired by them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Even with the same instructions and same supplies, the results, they come out is totally different. They get to choose their own colors and layouts and placements.
Yeah.
That brings all kind of creativity.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's good that you're able to do that, because the most thing that we find exciting as designers, when you design a stamp, is when someone uses it in a way that you wouldn't have thought about even when you drew it. And that is one of my favorite things.
That's so amazing, right?
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
I love that.
Oh my God. We always said, possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
But it's really true.
It is
really true.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think, again, Altenew puts together some of the most versatile kits I've ever seen, because it is, you change up one thing, you put a different background, or you put a different color. It's so changeable easily with the products that they have at home. So I love the versatility of our kits as well. So it's very exciting. How does it feel walking around the warehouse? Do you guys get inspired when you walk the aisles and see maybe an old set that you haven't, stamped with, either you haven't stamped with or you haven't stamped with in a while? Do you get inspired?
So I haven't walked around the warehouse yet properly.
Oh my
God.
Real busy.
We haven't yet. Right? But we have been talking while we were die cutting about layering stamps and how we haven't used them in ages and that we should use them more. So even though we haven't walked around there, we have been inspired just by sitting down and just talking with each other. So layering stamps, we're going to have to make them come back.
I think so.
Speaking of layering stamps, actually, I had a love-hate relationship with the layering stencils. Until earlier this year, because I love layering stamps so much. I don't like, layering stencil taking over layering stamps place.
Yeah, because you can't get as much detail, right, with the stencils.
So I kind of, resist using layering stencil. To be honest, I'm sorry. I kind of resist because I kept using layering stamps, and because I admire them so much. And then I think around February, I got to decide, okay, let me use the labeling stamp because everyone is crazy about labeling stamps.
Stencils.
Stencils. Yeah, sorry, thank you. Everyone is crazy about labeling stencils. Whenever we release new labeling stencils,
Yeah.
people love. Yeah. So, all right, let me try. Sorry, labeling stamp.
Did you feel like you were cheating on the
Exactly. You know, I felt, oh my God, I'm sorry, but let me try.
It's like you were my favorite child, but now I haven't. Oh, no.
Yeah, that feeling. So, however, once I, started using the stencils, all right, I now understand why people are crazy over labeling stencils, and I can't stop using, stencils since then. I love the possibility of, labeling stencils, and the easiness of layerings, and
But you can't cheat on the stencil, May.
now I love both. I love both.
Love both equally.
Not equally, differently.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
All of them the same, but just differently. Just
Layered
differently.
stamps and layered stencils differently.
Yes.
But honestly, I use layering stencils more than stamps.
We're gonna have to stamp.
Yeah.
We need to stamp.
And maybe layering stamps need to make a comeback. Maybe we need a layering stamp because we did discuss at length this morning
Yeah.
how long it's been, like the ones we really loved it. So yeah, I think maybe, we have a designer in the room, so just saying there,
Yeah,
We have more. We have more. We have more designers. They can do it.
yeah.
we have lots of designers, but we do have one in the room that
May.
Why not?
May designs her first layering stamp.
Oh no, you've done a layering stamp
Yeah,
before.
I've done. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, so share with the audience.
Yeah, I have designed, I think about maybe 10 stem sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then I also designed the die sets.
What I remember when you did your first layering stamp set, and you said never again.
I think that was the spring daisy.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
Spring
One
daisy.
of everybody's favorites is the spring daisy.
Oh my gosh, I'm not a Lydia.
No,
Altenew, and it was most difficult design I ever have done, and because back then layering stems was a big thing, so I want to give it a try instead of just going with the outline stem set only. And then, actually, my husband as a visual designer, so he helped me with actually executing my ideas in a design form. But even with the help, actual stem set, of course, I love my designs. But when I actually use that, in my cards, because I know all the, quality of the other stem sets, I feel like, oh my, I'm very impressed.
No,
I hope no one is using it actually,
It's not that though. It's just weird because it's your own drawing. It's like you've doodled on a card. It's like if you had a sentiment and you drew it on. It just feels so childlike when you know that you did that.
You kind of secretly, say something in your diary, and then suddenly everybody knows about what you say in the diary. It's, I feel like something,
It's just weird, right?
Yeah, it is very weird. But
for someone else to use it, it's different. But when you've done it yourself, it's like I could have just drew it onto a piece of paper.
Iron, who is very good at coloring, and she's excellent card maker and designer. And she often used, spring days stamp set with her favorite coloring. I couldn't believe, actually the stamps that she used. Is that really mine?
Mm-hmm. And it looks so different when someone else uses it than when you use it on a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so, I didn't know. I knew you had designed stamps, but I didn't know you had spring daisy. I hear still people, that's one of their favorite stamp sets is spring daisy.
Do you want to know what was the most easiest design or quickest design I have done?
Which one is that?
It was the mega alphabet die bundle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I had an idea and then it was very easy to implement. And
Just found a good font.
yeah, it took me like even like less than an hour to design it. You know, for other stem sets, like hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That die set, it was like
Yeah.
very quick, and then it still says well.
Yeah. And when you do a sentiment die set, you're like, yes. Yeah. I've just wrote some words down,
Yes.
picked some really pretty fonts. Yeah.
Are dyes your favorite as well, or which do you like to work with?
I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth with my designs. I don't like to round corners, which need to be done. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like doing stencils; they frighten me. But there's the other designers, they're really good at making stencils that work. So if everyone's got their
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, that I remember, Lydia, when first started designing products, especially stamps. I don't remember exact, name, but it was, because, you are not from the product development team side, right? You are just, crafter and designer, and then you started designing products, and it really amazed me, how she got to learn how to use.
Oh no, I still don't know how to use it. I still
You
don't.
learned over the years.
no.
So I love how she kind of improve her design skills and do more.
I haven't done a lot in a while.
She has so much to offer.
No.
So,
No.
I agree.
yeah.
Change the subject now.
You just are talking about how awesome you are. Please. But May and I love that topic.
Embrace.
One of our favorite topics.
Okay. Next.
Well, we can switch to talk about how awesome May is.
Yeah.
If we're comfortable.
Yes.
We're not done yet.
All right.
Well, we're glad you both designed, and we're.
Oh no, I'm not designing anymore.
Well, no, but you did. So those products are out there, and
Never.
Line in the sand. Done.
Did you notice? How
Yeah.
quick
Nope.
that came out?
Not again.
No. Everyone has their own, part, and then I think that's not my part.
But I think that's the beautiful thing about this company is that everybody has something they're really, really good at. Then they have other things that they try and are really good at too. It may not be something you want to do, but you did it really well.
Yeah.
And it's all, that's the thing I've loved about Altenew, I think, from the start, is it always felt like a family.
I think
Always felt like that.
that's a good point, Bridget, just because one of the many things I love, working at Altenew is that we let people experiment and experience, right? So, just like, I'm not a product designer, but I get to
You had to
have a
go.
chance
Yeah.
to design. And then, I don't think we have like a certain like a criteria when, you shouldn't do that.
No, because we've actually actively tried to get all of our team to design, right? We have. We had like a competition last year for everyone to design stamp sets. So we try and push people out of their boxes and more into different boxes, and then see, if they like it, and then they can have a go elsewhere.
Yeah, even they can draw, at least they can, contribute, by sharing design ideas.
Yeah, we're always asking for design ideas, even if it's from our team, if it's from customers. We're not like trying to keep that for ourselves. We want to know what customers want, so we can give them what they want.
Yeah.
And I think that's unique as well, because at Altenew, you hear often the customers will text in or write into customer service with this idea or a die set or a stamp set, and it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something you hear often that I've heard in the industry a lot, is that maybe customers will request, oh, I want like square dies. Okay, square dies. But for ideas to come in and then we actually make the product and it comes out. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I think that really, again, goes back to this community and this family that we have at Altenew. Is we're all connected. What do you think makes Altenew special with creating that family with our customers?
That's a good question. And I think I can speak first.
Good girl.
Keep going. I think it's all about personal connection, just because myself, working at Altenew, as an employee, right? It can be just professional, like a relationship, right? But I think, I don't know how, but I think over the years, we kind of have built like a really strong connections or relationships that makes, me calling you guys family, right? So I think Nicole used to, one of the leadership members, Nicole used to tell us, I'm glad, there's no drama in this company.
Yeah.
While there's so many girls, working together, right? So I don't know how that culture has built, but that's true. We support each other, we cheer up each other, and I think that company culture actually relate to our community. So the way we see our customers and design team members or influencers in the community, we just the point we are starting from is coming from the good mind, good intentions. That's why that family kind of feelings kind of relates naturally, and I think and just I don't have family. I don't have any family besides my husband in the States.
Yep.
Everyone in the Altenew family welcomes me and then always supports me, and same for the community with our customers as well. Look at that fan group on Facebook. Everyone supports each other and everyone shares their techniques or stories to help newbies, and it's amazing to see them kind of helping each other and supporting each other.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of input there anymore, and it just it happens by itself. It's quite organic that fans just go in there, they put their own stuff down, and even without us having to go in there all the time and answer questions, the questions are already answered.
Correct.
Which is fab, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I've done that. I've gone in and I see a question, I'm like, oh, I can answer, and I look and there's like 25 responses where people are like, oh, if this doesn't work, try this, and everybody just wants to help, and I think that's unique as well.
Yeah, that's very amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Lydia? What about Altenew and family? What's your take?
I'm pretty on the same with May, right? So in some kind of work culture, there is always the thing of there's not enough to go around, right? So if you're working hard at something, it means that someone else can't get there. But where we are, it's if we're working hard, we're all benefiting from that. It's not like one person's going to get all of the rewards for that. We're just all at the same place. So we all tend to work as hard as each other because we know that it's going to benefit everyone and not just ourselves.
Yeah. And one thing I want to add what just Lydia said is that I think it's getting more, I'm seeing more often nowadays, in our company. When something good happens, they want to give someone else credit. And they always appreciate team's efforts instead of, trying to keep them as their, thing.
We don't normally keep our gold stars.
Yeah. But you know what? Let me tell you, I used to do that, back in the days, like 2015, 16, when I did something good, I was always looking for, kind of recognition from someone else. Hey, I did it. Please recognize my work, And if someone didn't recognize my work and didn't give me credit, I get easily.
I'll give you all the gold stars later, May. We'll make
That
some
was
gold.
old me, but now by seeing how all the colleagues or people are doing, I learned a lot, and they inspired me to appreciate team's efforts and giving credit to.
Credit where it's due, right?
Yeah.
We'll just spread that
Whether
around.
it's small or big, right?
Yep.
So I think that, work culture here at Altenew actually helps me be a better person as well. So I appreciate.
And I think it's great too, because I mentioned quickly the retreats and how much goes into it. It's all these teams that work together to finish one final product. And not one team is more important than another team. We all just work together to build this beautiful thing for customers. So
We're all small cogs in one big machine, and we need each of those cogs to work.
yeah,
That's
it's like
it.
that rowing, the rowing boat. It's that team of, well, more than 20, but the team of 20 in the boat. Everybody's got to have their oar in the water pulling and going in the same direction. But we do. And everybody's quick to, oh, you need help with that, or do you need this? And then behind the scenes too, the support that comes from everybody. So, and I think the customers see that as well. And the customers, I think, feel that comes down from, I think the leadership team has set an excellent example, shall we say, of creating that family and something that we've given. Cause I started out as a customer. So, I've been down on the customer side as well. And so to see that as a customer, to see this family, this united group, you don't often see that. So it was a very unique, Altenew is very unique in many, many ways. I think that's one of my favorites though.
Yeah, and we're all different, and we're all needed. So
yes, together it makes something so beautiful and something so fabulous that so many people every day look forward to a package coming, a beautiful package of supplies.
flowery package.
You know what's coming in that flowery. When you see flowers, you're like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. It was so good to catch up. It had been a while since we had you guys. A leadership.
We're done. We're done.
Oh yes, it's the best.
We got to have you back. That means we got to have
You're
you
next.
back. Yes. We got to bring May back for more. Lydia, I'm good.
I think I've done a.
Lydia was our last leadership team interview, though. So, she was our most recent leadership team. So we'll have to have May back and have more talks. And
My pleasure.
But thank you guys, and looking forward to this weekend. If you guys at home haven't joined us before, join us at a live retreat. So much fun, little bit different, unique experience. As always, Altenew tries to create fabulous, unique experiences. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast with our fabulous Lydia and May from the amazing Altenew Leadership Team. And tune in next month. You never know who's going to show up on the other side of the podcast. Don't forget, everyone, to craft your lives. Bye.
Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and everywhere you can find podcasts to keep up with every new episode. Email us at support@altenew.com with your feedback. And don't forget to craft your life.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching.